Hey guys, we're at the Green Lung Cemetery in Fulton County, Georgia. We're here for the grave of Rick Rood, Ravishing Rick Rood. He was a professional wrestler. He was one of the biggest professional wrestling stars, like in the late 80s, early 90s that I remember. He started off like in the AWA, which is a Southern tag team, Southern outfit. He was a champion with King Kong Bundy, tag team champion, and then became heavyweight champion as well. And in the AWA, and he moved to the NWA, which is kind of more Southern Florida. Was a heavyweight champion. Eventually, he got into the WWF in the late 80s. As I recall, he was Intercontinental Championship. I think he went to the WCW as well, where he was a United States Heavyweight Champion. I think he was a WCW Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion as well. And he had several different runs with like I said, a lot of different outfits. So he was born Richard Erwin Rood in 1958 in St. Peter, Minnesota, which I'm familiar with, or that location. And he died at age 40 in 1999 here in Georgia. Cause of death was an accidental overdose. We'll talk about that in a second when I find his... Oh, there it is. On his grave here. Richard Rick Rood, December 7th, 1958 to April 20th, 1999, in God's care. Got some stuff on his back. At the mausoleum. So they got a nice view right here. The pond on the back side. So let's talk a little bit about Rick. He wrestled from 82 until 1994. He retired due to an injury. He had a final match in 1997. Like I said, multiple champion across several different, WCWA, WCW, WWF, some of the other smaller ones I had mentioned earlier as well. In late 1997, Rood founded the Degeneration X stable alongside with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chyna. On November 17th of that year, in the midst of the Monday Night Wars, he became the only person to appear on the WWF's Raw and WCW's Monday Nitro programs. On the same night as the former was pre-recorded and Rood had left the WCW for the WWE, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2017 after his death, of course. So a nice little honor. Like I said, he was born in St. Peter, Minnesota, which is kind of north of Mankato. He attended. He worked a lot with a lot of other wrestlers at that same age, at that same time frame. He was especially close with Kurt Hennig. They were childhood friends. He was also friends with Nicole Koloff, Barry Darsow, and several others. He was married in 1976 to Cheryl Haller. They divorced in 1982. He married his second wife, Michelle, in 1988, and they remained together until his death in 1999. They had 3 children together. His younger son, Colton, died in 2016 of a motorcycle accident in Rome, Georgia. Let's see if he's here. I don't see him. I do have Michelle, his wife, but I'm not seeing Colton here. He was only 19. Bret Hart had stated that in spite of the ravishing Rick Rood type persona, he was a very devoted family man. And, but he's always kind of like the God's gift to women and stuff like that was kind of his persona. But that was the exact opposite. So his death, he was found unconscious by his wife and died on the morning of April 20th, 1999 at the age of 40. He had suffered from heart failure. An autopsy report showed he died from an overdose of mixed medications. At the time of his death, Rick was trained to return to the ring. I mean, he was young, I said 41, but some of the mixed drugs that he had taken probably contributed to his death. So a lot of pain. A lot of wrestlers die pretty young due to drug overdoses and other abuses, just to try to maintain, a pain-free lifestyle to get through what their bodies are going through. So died young. Probably would have had a good return if he had made it, but he didn't, unfortunately. So there you go, guys. Final resting place of Rick Rood, Ravishing Rick Rood. Great wrestler from the 80s that I recall. I remember watching him a lot. He had some great wrestling matches. Like I said, he's in the far corner of the cemetery in this large mausoleum. I'll get the name as we walk around here. But he's overlooks the pond here. So pretty easy to find. And I just saw this. This is cool. Got a belt replica here. Got his action figure. Got a rosary. That's pretty cool. I just noticed that. I got like a little personal message there from somebody as well. So pretty cool. And that's the trees just kind of like right across from his final resting place right there. So there you go, guys. Ravishing Rick Rood here in Fulton County, Georgia. All right, as we walk out, I do appreciate all the likes I get on these videos from the 10 or 15 of you that actually watch them. I do appreciate them. I do try to look at all the comments. I don't get responded to all of them, but I do try to like all the comments, especially the positive ones. If you haven't already, hope you subscribe. Channel's not as good as a lot of the other ones out there, like Whitdocs and Lamont at Large and Fascinating Graveyard and Faces of the Forgotten. But I do my best to kind of tell a little bit of a story. This is the ornamentation of lots. Let's see here. I was just looking for a name on this thing. Let's see if it's unlocked. If it is, it's not. Let's see if we can find a name on this mausoleum here, guys, so you know where to go. But anyways, I would appreciate, if you do like the video, hit that and do subscribe. Post 3 Sundays a month, and every Sunday except the second Sunday I post Goonie stuff or just strange sights, things I like to look at, the weird stuff. But so you're gonna get at least 3 videos out of me a month on graveyards and cemeteries and tombstones, if that's your thing. So here's the mausoleum. Sorry there's not a name on it. I figured there would be. There probably is on the directory, but I just couldn't find one. So Rick Rood's on the back side of this mausoleum in the corner of the cemetery, overlooking the pond. His wife has a space right next to him for her future burial. She's pretty young. She was born in 1966, so she'll be with us for a long time. But there you go, guys. Do appreciate it. Until next time. Hey guys, I lied. I'm back. I just noticed the bench here. Our loving daddy, Rick Rood, on the bench there, along with right by the championship belt there. It's there. Didn't want to forget that.